Well, Rick and I have hooked up with one of our favorite people in the whole wide world. He's one of the most recognizable human beings you'll ever see, and that's Dalton Halbrook. Dalton is a fellow who spent some 29 years with the state of Alabama.
Yes, sir.
And now travels all over the country. Rick, we were talking earlier about the fact that Huggin Bear here, as he is known by, that's his Indian name,
That's
and
true.
you can't miss him anywhere.
You know, we saw him a couple of weeks ago at an event we were at, and people just were taking his picture. And I mean, he's just one of those figures that you just got to sit down and say, what do you do?
Yeah, what do you do? And we're going to find a little bit more about you. First of all, I want to know how Huggin Bear came about. That's your Indian name?
Well, that's a long story, and it happened a long time ago. But you have to earn those names. They don't just say, I'm going to be Huggin Bear. You do something either stupid or something smart, whatever, and it comes about.
Okay.
And it wasn't a real smart move. So,
Well, I'm assuming you were hugging somebody.
it was, and I still like to live up to it because it has gotten me a lot of hugs over the years, and I do like to hug a pretty lady. But now, when you see them men hugging, that's a Yankee thing. That's not a Southern man hugging another man. I can tell you that right now. So Huggin Bear is hugging ladies.
Speaking of the Indian part of your life, you were telling me a little earlier before we started the filming here today that there are certain animals that a long time ago you realized that were part of your life. You want to tell us a bit about that?
Well, the bear, the eagle, and the wolf, and the buffalo. And later on, many years later, I went into a tribe of Indians out in Oklahoma and met some people who have the same ideas. And they think the circle of life is not concluded until you have gone through the 4 stages of the bear, the eagle, the wolf, and the buffalo. Mm-hmm. You have the eye of the eagle, the kindness of the wolf, the strength of the bear, and the endurance of the buffalo. And some people say that's kind of what I've got. So I kind of try to live up to it, I guess. Sometimes I wonder if I'm able to do things because I feel good or if I feel good because I do things. But anyway, I stay at it doing something all the time.
Well, this fellow's on the move, Rick. We were talking to him earlier, and we just happened to catch him between trips. He's about to head off somewhere else, I think.
He's gone all the time doing living history, going to rendezvous and things like that. And we had to just find him when he was here back in town to just spend a few hours with him. And but I know we've seen some of your collections, and it's just phenomenal. We could spend days just looking at things. But
as a matter of fact, let's do that right now. We're going to take a look at some of the things that Huggin Bear here is involved with, and so let's just take a look. First thing, I'm going to just talk about weapons.